Hey everyone, welcome back to your weekly market outlook. This is for the 10th of November 2025, and let's go through a couple of stuff here. Obviously, from a fundamental side of things, again, we don't have the non-farm payrolls from the US government. It's been the second month. Obviously, the shutdown is now on the 40th day. There might be a couple of breakthrough today. Possibly by the time this video is uploaded, we might see the government reopen, but obviously, market reaction from last week needs to rely on the ADP and FE numbers, which is the private payrolls, and that basically caused a lot of volatility in the market just because there's not a lot of US government data to work with. Other than that, the RBA interest rate remains on hold at 3.6%. Bank of England as well at 4%. Those are unchanged at this point in time. So just a quick look ahead into this week's numbers. Obviously, we are going to be focusing on the employment numbers from Australia. That's going to be on Thursday. Again, unemployment rate, we're expecting this one to drop down a little bit, just slightly below 4.5% to 4.4%. Inflation numbers from the US. Again, we'll see what happens with this one here. It is tentative at this point in time, but that would be scheduled on Friday, 14th of November, if you guys are in Australian time. And that's pretty much it. We're just awaiting the reopening of the US government. Obviously, we have been following the development on the government shutdown here. Senate has basically passed the bills here. We've got a couple of Democrats siding with the Republicans, but obviously this has to go through House, so we're not quite sure yet, but it's very close to a potential deal at this point in time. All right, let's move on to the technicals very, very quickly. You can see the reaction in the market here this Monday morning with that development in the US. The Australian dollar is gaining right now. I think we are looking at riskier assets recovering from last week's drop here, just on the back of this potential reopening this week, hopefully. Again, this is the longest government shutdown the US has ever experienced, or yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, Aussie USD, we are currently right above the pivot level here, about 65 cents. Again, we have key support 64 cents. Key resistance is still going to be at 66 cents, and beyond that, still going to be capped by that 67 cents level. So for now, we're working with that 65, 67 cents on the Aussie USD. All right, for the euro, again, recovering slightly, just very, very slightly. But if we take a look at the price movement on the euro here, we are looking at that potential shift in trend on the euro. This one here has transitioned below the Ichimoku cloud, as we mentioned from last week there. And yeah, we did actually saw a new low that was created last week, but not low enough to the August level there, which is still going to be our swing low, which is about 1.14. That's still going to be the key support level here for the Euro USD. In terms of key resistance, we are keeping an eye out on 1.16 to 1.1650. For now, at least for this week, we're not expecting any move higher, closer to 1.18 anytime yet. We are expecting very strong resistance to come in at 1.16 to 1.1650 on the Euro USD. All right, moving on to sterling. Again, we lost that support there. Again, we talked about this last week, that we have one final support on the sterling there. Basically just about 1.3150 level there that was broken. We did see market kind of recover a little bit here. Stochastic is kind of pulling up a little bit, but the RSI still points to a very strong downtrend here on the sterling. So key resistance remains at 1.32, and for as long as it fails to go back up above 1.32, we would anticipate more rejections to come in for the sterling, more downward pressure for the sterling here. All right, last we have the dollar Japanese yen. And for the Dow Japanese yen, it's holding on very strong up there above 153 level here. So we are keeping an eye out on 153 as our immediate support level. But ultimately, if we take a look at the whole structure here, 152 and 151, it's the real support. So yeah, but price is just so far away from those levels that we're just looking at 153. I think we have seen buyers coming in at 153 level from last week here on the Dow Japanese yen, but ultimately I think the market is still going to take it up to 155, 156. All right, so that's pretty much it for this week. Good luck to your trades, and I'll see you soon.